So the next assignment is going to focus on a bully response plan. Now, pause. Sometimes when we say plan, we think of something that is just extremely detailed, extremely thorough, something that could take just a very lengthy amount of time to develop. This is more of a quick reference guide. So something you could, as a classroom teacher, as a counselor, as a secretary, as a principal, as a paraprofessional, could simply take out this resource or this guide and use it as a menu or a quick reference for critical steps of problem solving and restorative practice when we think that it could be an incidence of bullying. So Chapter 5 is all about responding to bullying. And in Chapter 5, you will read about 5 steps to uncovering the function, the reasoning, and also how to move through the steps of responding to bullying from a restorative approach. So as you are reading through Chapter 5 and noting those 5 steps, you're going to be taking those 5 steps and essentially transferring them, summarizing, putting into your own words. You can do it visually if you'd rather. You can have create all visuals for those 5 steps, or a quick visual and just a little bit of text, or it can be 5 steps all in text. But what you're thinking of here is a quick reference guide, a 1-pager that anyone within a school community, if they suspect bullying, or if a parent or another student is alleging bullying and you don't really know where to start, or the staff member doesn't really know where to start, a quick reference guide, we can laminate it, we can pull it out, and we can easily, even without education, even without having read this text, we could quickly and easy follow those 5 steps, or at least take those 5 steps to get some understanding of how I can support and facilitate responding to bullying behavior and help resolve that conflict in a restorative way. So we're not overthinking this. This is just something that I intend as an outcome of this class to be a reference guide that you could actually keep in your classroom, in your counseling office, pass along to a staff member, someone who works with children. It could even be used as a parent, a quick reference parent guide. Okay, so hopefully this explanation, this verbal explanation, will help you gain a visual perception of what this assignment is going to look like. Simultaneously, you also need to be thinking about and selecting a school district that you will use as a case study for restorative practices. So for the next 2 and final projects, we have our response to bully quick reference intervention guide. Then we will have a SWOT analysis, and we will have a professional development presentation. Again, all of these resources that you're going to be creating for this class could easily be used, and the purpose is so that you are coming out with products that could be used and implemented right away in a classroom, in a counseling setting, in whatever setting it is that you work with children. So you need to be identifying a school district. It does not have to be a school district that you are working in or a school district that you actually visit. You will not have to do any on-site observations or interviewing. Rather, you need to select a school district that you can either research and learn about online so that you can discover what restorative practices and social emotional learning practices and curriculum they have in place, which you should be able to access. Most, especially larger school districts, will have something some sort of model or at least some resources online. So if you are in a school district, or if you are really diving in though, and want to get your feet wet in that district and on this topic, as far as restorative practices, a curriculum or a social emotional curriculum that is in place in a school district, feel free to not just browse the website and do some research on the website, but reach out to a current building principal or maybe a curriculum director in the district or a teacher friend, depending on what your current role is, and ask, hey, what is our social emotional curriculum? What do we, how do we respond to behaviors? Do we have a restorative approach in place? The final outcome of this is twofold. Number one, you are going to be creating a SWOT analysis, and this is going to come up in the future weeks. I'm just giving it all to you right now. First priority is the bully response intervention guide. But eventually, when you choose a school district, you're going to be creating what's called a SWOT analysis, where you just identify the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats of the current social emotional curriculum that is in place. Once that analysis is complete, then your final project will be to create professional development that's going to be packaged with a pretty little bow once it's finalized, that you could use to help educate staff around you. If you're becoming a counselor, you could use it for professional development for your teachers, those that are surrounding you in your educational community. You could share it with an admin, a district admin in the curriculum department, or with your own principal. It could also be used in your classroom. You could also share it with other teachers when you're just trying to spread the word. Hey, I had to create this training program for this class that I took on restorative practices, and I think as a grade level or as a content area, we could do this. So everything that we produce from this point forward, you're wanting to think about, someone else could use this. I could use this. Someone else could just grab this and take this and implement it right away. From here on out, we want everything that we create now and put all of our time and effort into, we want that to be usable in our field of study. Okay. Priority one is bully response intervention quick reference guide. Okay, you're going to take the 5 steps that are listed out in chapter 5, and you're going to put those in whatever format you choose, but a single reference sheet. You can use Canva, you can use PowerPoint, Google Slides, any form that you want to use that you think would be the best type of presentation for your audience. Who is your audience? Again, your audience is you as someone who works in a school, a counselor, staff members, front office secretaries, paraprofessionals, anyone that might need to intervene and help problem solve and support in an alleged bullying situation. Okay, I've said a lot. I know that you have a lot on your plates right now. Thank you for giving your time to restorative practices. I have enjoyed thoroughly all of your discussion thread responses. You are exactly in the right place and are willing to learn. Some of you have already started the restorative journey. Some of you are in buildings where it is up and going, and that is awesome. And some of you are just trying to figure out, like, is this something that I can buy into? So no matter where you are in that journey, thank you for being here. We still have a lot more learning, and please reach out to me by phone or text. And my Ray Peck email is always going to be the email that reaches me first and fastest. I do check my Avila email, but it's typically only once every couple days. My Ray Peck email is always open and always in front of me. So good luck. Please let me know what questions you have, and let's tackle bullying.